Welcome back to Stellaris Overexplained. So I'm gonna build hangar bays on my star bases so that pirate event that I just had doesn't happen as easily, because hangar bays or other military buildings will give you trade protection. And the reason that I'm doing hangar bays is because they provide 10 trade protection, whereas missile batteries and gun batteries only provide 5. I want this Gaia world. However, there are primitives on this planet, and you know, one way that you can go about it, if you are inclined to do so, is you can just send your armies, land on the planet. You have to have a star base over the system, and once you do, you can land your armies on a primitive world and just directly take it over. But that puts a nasty modifier on the planet for multiple years. The xenophiles will hate you for doing that. So I finished building my observation post. So if you want to enlighten natives, you can do it here by clicking on the observation post and clicking technological enlightenment. I do not think you can do this if they are fanatic xenophobe. You can see here their ethics that they have. So if there's a like 75% xenophobe on the planet, you probably won't be able to enlighten them. You can also go to contacts, look for that primitive society, and see it right here. The further back they are, these guys are only Stone Age, so it'll probably take a very long time to enlighten them, but that's okay. I would like to peacefully integrate their planet into my society. So I'm going to go ahead and do enlightenment. It will be kind of expensive, minus 10 energy credits and minus 5 society research. I think is worth it. Even if it's not the optimal play, I think from a roleplay standpoint, it's fun. Yes, there's red numbers up here. Ignore the red numbers. Those deficits are not concerning. The stockpile is big enough. The necromages have closed their borders to me, and that is because that I am friends with their rival, and that is acceptable because of their distance from me. They would have to go through my friends to get to me. I could do this embassies give me +3 unity, which I have 1, 2, 3 embassies. So that would give me 9 unity. That's not really that useful. I could get an additional envoy and potentially form a federation. Reducing starbase upkeep would be nice, and that would allow me to finish my expansion tree. Or I could finally go for adaptive economic policies. How much trade am I actually making? A lot. Actually, my energy would tank by doing that. I would need to find another way of getting more energy or really increase my trade. I'm going to finish my expansion tree finally. This will give me 1+ max district on all of my planets. That's very nice. Grasp the Void used to be like literally the worst possible ascension perk that you could pick, but now it's like still probably the worst possible you could pick. You want percents, not flat numbers when it comes to ascension perks. The percents mean so much more because that scales with your empire, but a flat number that will become irrelevant very soon. Like right now, 5 starbase capacity would be doubling my starbase capacity. But in the future, that'll only be increasing it by like 5%. I'm going to go for Executive Vigor. I like the extra edicts fund. Is it just me, or does that look like a flat number? And then with that... No, it's not your turn to talk. It's my turn to talk. You see, the mistake you made there. Edicts fund, all it equals is 100 unity, but it's like a gift card. You can only use it in a very particular way. You can't use it on other things like traditions or whatever. Instead, create bureaucrat jobs, and that'll just give you flat unity you can use however. I just realized this. I'm a complete idiot, so yeah. Don't listen to me, listen to me. This'll be good, right? And then with that, I'll be able to get either diplomatic grants, or I could eventually go for like research subsidies. Yeah, so research subsidies, and then I can still afford diplomatic grants too. I'm gonna do offer trade deal. I would like your communications. I will give you mine. What things do you like? Kind of okay with energy. How's minerals? What is your opinion on minerals? Not great. Food, probably. No, you literally do not care about food at all. Consumer goods. Yeah, I'm not willing to give that up though. Alloys. Am I willing to give that up? Because that's actually quite expensive. Alloys or energy credits. How many energy credits? So almost 1,000 alloys, or 4,700 energy credits. If I wanted to get the same amount of alloys, I'd have to spend 9,000 in the market. So yeah, definitely do not spend 1,000 alloys for that. Energy credits at B. If you're wondering how I'm doing it by 100, if you hold shift, it will add 100. If you hold control, it'll add 10. And if you hold control and shift, it'll be 1,000. All right. Here comes the massive amount of communications established. Commonwealth of Man. So there are some other humans out there in the galaxy, and this is because if you pick the United Nations of Earth, the game automatically flags it and forces this other empire to spawn. Another hive mind. Interesting. Oh, hey, the Empire of Anon Fashin has another of their empires that exist out in the world. Some spiritualists. The further away they are, the less I care. I would like an embassy. But yeah, commercial pact would be fantastic. So one of these would be great. Thank you. Research agreement would be nice. And this should probably force the Galactic Community to spawn. As soon as enough empires have made contact with each other, then you'll get an option to form the Galactic Community. And you can join it later too if you aren't a part of that initial formation of it. The same person elected yet again. Fantastic. I like that. I like that a lot. Is it really a democracy if the ruler that I started the game with has been reelected every single time and basically has just become a dictator by being in office for her entire life at this point? Just saying. She gets reelected again. This isn't really a democracy, but you know, whatever. I won't judge. Ah, here we go. Here's the Galactic Community. As more and more spacefaring civilizations establish formal relations with one another, the galaxy is becoming a vibrant and lively place. To avoid tragic misunderstandings between nations, an increasing number of diplomats have called for the establishment of a new pan-galactic organization, a community, if you will, where the empires of the galaxy can meet to discuss important matters. Should the United Nations of Earth pledge its support for the creation of the Galactic Community? Yes, this is a worthy endeavor. Oh, what is your pop preference? More Arctic... Ah, dang. I want... Who lives on a dry planet? You do. I need to make friends with this group and get a migration treaty with him. The birth of the Galactic Community. This is a historic day. Several of the galaxy's prominent spacefaring empires, including the United Nations of Earth, have announced the creation of the Galactic Community. This supranational organization will serve as a forum where matters involving the entire galaxy can be discussed and decided upon. As one of its founding members, we can take pride in this milestone of galactic history. A great day for the galaxy. So I shall open up the Galactic Community. Essentially, everyone has a diplomatic weight, and this is determined by a lot of different factors. Some comes from fleet power, some comes from the number of pops you have, some comes from the strength of your economy, and some comes from the level of your technology. And also you get different modifiers depending on your diplomatic stance and various edicts and various other empire modifiers and technology, as well as resolutions that are decided upon in the Galactic Community. So if you click on the Resolutions tab, you have a list of different topics that you can decide rules upon, essentially. So if I wanted to increase galactic commerce, you can spend influence in order to propose a resolution, and that will move it to the proposal queue. If this were to pass, then diplomatic weight from economy would increase, and trade value would increase at the cost of bureaucrats, would cost more to upkeep. And you kind of gotta weigh which different things you want, and then everyone, once it's in the proposal queue, whatever has the most diplomatic weight towards it will go to the Senate floor, which we'll see shortly. And I actually have a pretty solid diplomatic weight despite having a pitiful military, because of my cooperative diplomatic stance and my moderately okay economy. Let me just check out, sort by relative power. Pretty much everyone is superior to us. That's okay. It might look bad, but because I'm friends with everyone, I'm in a very strong position where I do not need to worry about my weakness militarily. More embassies are fantastic. Alright, so a couple different people around the galaxy have put up some resolutions, and you can click on it and click here to see the supporters. So this is all of the empires that would like to see this pass, and they pool their diplomatic weight into the resolution, and Whatever along here has the most diplomatic weight put towards it is the next in queue. And then once it's on the Senate floor, then you actually vote, and you're either a supporter or an opponent or abstaining, and whoever has, between the supporters and the opponents, whoever has more diplomatic weight, it either passes if the supporters win or it doesn't pass. Pretty straightforward. This reduces my pop consumer upkeep at the cost of reducing diplomatic weight from economy and increasing the time it takes to destroy these modifiers. But my pops are, if I check out here, are wasteful, which increases the pop consumer goods upkeep. So reducing that would be definitely great. That would basically partially mitigate my bad trait. So I'm very supportive of pan-galactic recycling initiatives. Ban organic slave trade. Yes, I would like to ban slave trades. This one here reduces my naval capacity, which would be bad because I basically have none. So I do not want the security contractor. Whilst the ready shield increases naval capacity, so I'm okay with this. And I don't have enough diplomatic weight to stop the ready shield from happening at this point. And what I can also do is assign an envoy. So if you see that updates, I just got quite a bit extra by assigning envoys to the Galactic Community, so that's quite important. And now cooperative research channels. This increases starbase upkeep, but more diplomatic weight from tech and more research station output. I definitely am going for research focus, so I like this one. I'm gonna go for stellar expansion for more starbase capacity. And in the meantime, I'm gonna grab a starbase over Riag, just so that I can deal with some of the piracy. I'm gonna put one up here so I can collect the stuff from this continental world. That's actually nice to know that there's a continental world up there. And that will max out my star capacity for now. I need to get a migration treaty with you so that I can start settling my desert worlds. So favors, please. And I'll do a little bit more to make... There, this is an acceptable deal, I feel like. So they did accept this. And they will... I can use favors to get a migration treaty and maybe a commercial pact. Fantastic, I got a migration treaty, and immediately I'm going to go ahead and colonize this desert world. Oh, and I met another primitive civilization over here on this tropical world, so that's neat. So at this point, I think I've grabbed all of the systems I would like to. So I'm going to start focusing on filling out my empire internally. I'm not going to push further. Actually, I might get this Trax Offco system and block off... Oh no. The Empire of Anon-Fashim has declared war on the Necromages. I figured this was going to happen at some point. The clash of two very powerful empires, at least relative to me. Alright, got another starbase up and running, and this one I would like some anchorages on. And then the Naval Logistics Office. Do I be cheeky and grab this system and cut them off? Yes. I will attempt to do that. Alright, Senate is now in session, so Ready Shield is guaranteed to pass at this point. Ooh, I'm actually, despite having probably the weakest military in the entire galaxy, with only 20 corvettes, I'm actually the top, already the top head poncho of the Galactic Community, or I have the most diplomatic weight, only slightly, but that's nice to know. This is another reason that Xenophile is great. You can basically scheme and influence the galaxy exactly as you wish it to be. I'm gonna do another anchorage setup on Riag. This will allow me to start expanding my military just a little bit. Ooh, I'm already producing... Oh, these rock people are producing me just a fraction of rare crystals. That's nice. So the Kroll species have scintillating skin, which means every pop working as a slave or better produces 0.01 rare crystals per month. That's cool. Just ever so slight little bit of rare crystals. And opposing doesn't reduce the where it is on the scale. Opposing and abstaining are equivalent. But the only thing with opposing that it does is that as soon as it goes to the Senate floor, you'll be on the opponent's side. So if you don't want to have to micromanage it every time the Senate comes up, you can just go through, make all of your decisions, and then just kind of leave it be.
Our sign ship is under fire.
Another Leviathan here. Alright, good to know. Please survive. Please survive.
Our science ship has been destroyed.
I said...
We are being hailed.
Alright, so here's another thing why I like going, why I like Xenophile and being diplomatic. The Empire of Anon-Fashim has offered to guarantee my independence. So this is like a one-sided defensive pact. Instead of us defending each other, they will defend us, but I don't have to defend them. And AI will do this when they are overwhelmingly powerful, but also friendly. And this helps build trust. So that's why you might do this for someone else, or you maybe just you're friends with them and you'd like to protect them, but not force them to come into your wars if you don't need the help. So I'm definitely going to agree to this. That's fantastic. So I get the best of both worlds. And I don't even need to expend any influence for that. So yeah, there's not really any problem. Now at this point, essentially, I literally do not need to worry about my military at all. Actually, if I increase my military, I put myself in harm because they're going to be much better at defending me than I am going to be at defending me. So it's safer to leave my military small enough that they consider me weak. The second I gain strength, they're going to be like, well, you finally are good to be on your own now, kid. And let's settle this continental world. Ooh, that system's nice. I probably won't get to it in time, but I would like it. I need to do something about my influence problems. I could start canceling certain pacts. I'm not happy about that idea. I'm going to break the migration treaty with them. I've gotten their pops. Once you have a pop of their species, then you can start colonizing with the pops that are already within your empire. So I'm willing to break migration treaties once I've actually gotten all of the pops within their empire. So I'm going to break the migration treaty here. They don't like that, but it's fine. That's not a huge decrease. Their technology is equivalent, so I should probably break the research agreement as well. Oof, yeah, this is hurting the opinions a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm leaving the commercial pact for sure. I don't want them to cancel the, I gotta put an envoy on them. I do not want them to lose this protective attitude. This is what's giving them the independence guaranteed, which I would really like to maintain. I'm gonna leave the research agreement and the commercial pact. I'm not gonna mess with either of those, but migration treaty, do I want to break that? I'm going to break this. This is probably a bad idea, but I'm going to break that.
We are being hailed.
No.
We are being hailed.
No. I just canceled them. Do you know, like, I didn't just randomly cancel them on accident. Don't send me requests to immediately establish a pact that I just canceled.
We are being hailed.
Oh my gosh. I canceled these for a reason, okay? I'm struggling with influence. I'm going to support the galactic market. I'm going to oppose that. AI are so silly. Oh, can I make this in time? Can I make this in time? Come on, go, 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 go. I would like this system. I like the alloys here and the research. And then I'm going to go for trust cap and trust growth. This will hopefully, despite breaking those pacts, keep these friendly.
We are being hailed.
No. I said no. I'm not interested. Yeah, I finally fixed my food and consumer goods deficit for now. Oh, they grabbed the system. Dang it. Yeah, okay. I expected them to get that. Ooh, but I could go for this. I gotta go for that. I gotta get these planets here. Relic World, Ocean World, Desert World. Oh, I have to get them. I have to get that. That's would be fantastic if I can get that. Ooh, competition is fierce. Why do I have so... Oh, right, yeah, my scientist died, that's why. I'm like, why do I have so few science ships? I'm gonna get another... I got it. I got the system. Now I just need the surveys on the other two, and I'll be extra good. Oh man, there's so many empires coming in for these planets. The Kroll Commerce Guild, the Udavongo Company, and the Compact of Kelzaka. There's a lot of spirally empires. This galaxy's very twisty. empires are like shooting out weird webs. This is a very strange looking galaxy map, somewhat. I guess this is kind of normal, but yeah. Look at all of the scientist ships here. This is like, really, everyone wants this land. They know it. They know that I want this land, and everyone has sent their scientist ships here. Once you find a strategic resource one way or another, they pop into the market, so you can actually start buying them. So I now have access to all of the strategic resources. All of my star bases are being upgraded into star holds. That way I can get more buildings and modules on them. Further customize them. I'm starting to get a naval capacity that I could actually consider building a fleet finally. And I have a huge, well, a moderate alloy stockpile that would allow me to start doing some stuff. How is this war going on? How have you... Oh, okay, this guy's winning. Good job, guys. I'm doing the Crystalline Pacification finally. It's been a long time. I'm going to start that. So then the Resolution Mutual Defense has passed, which knocked my diplomatic weight down since I have so little fleet. Now people with fleets are going to mean more. Is my president going to do the dictatorship move and be elected yet again? I say that using air quotes. Elected. Alright, it is someone else. My governor... Alright, okay, that's good. It is someone else, finally. The governor of the Earth sector got moved up into the president role, and then my previous president got knocked down, governor role, so it's finally no longer a dictatorship.
System survey concluded.
Oh, and they all finished at the same time. That's fantastic. Continuing to just do massive anchorage is on these two. Over Earth, I'm going to make this my main shipyard, and I'm going to put a fleet academy so that they produce at a higher skill level. I'm going for it. Give me the beautiful planets. I think I'm going to be able to get these. That's fantastic. Yeah, this is why it's good to go for choke points, because all of these systems here are essentially mine. All of these systems here are essentially mine. These here, this is my empire borders at this point. Even though I don't actually have claims on all of it. Opinion map mode. Look at this. Everyone's very friendly with me. And even necromages, which have closed their borders to us, still have a positive opinion. Aggression kind of provokes more aggression. So if you're going militarist, you're stuck to it somewhat. You're going to be burdened with war after war after war and not get very much time to rest. All right, let's see what happened. This war that has been going on. Okay, so the necromages have made peace with the Empire of Anon-Fashim, and they took some of their systems and then they subjugated them. The necromages are no longer a threat. The Empire of Anon-Fashim is very powerful at this point, and the reason they're so far ahead of everyone else is because they're an advanced empire. So they started the game with like 3 planets and like a couple of stars to simulate that not everyone always starts at the exact same point. Embassies are fantastic, and they finally have open borders with me now. Let me start getting these colonies up and running. I have a ton of naval capacity now, so I'm actually capable of using my alloys to, maybe build up my my fleet and actually then be in pretty much the best position possible. Once I do that, I will lose that guaranteed independence, but I could switch that over for a defensive pact, I guess, or maybe even form a federation or something. I don't know. There's plenty of options. All right, I'm going to call the episode there. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and if I finish the next episode, you should see it on screen about now. All right, bye.